Hi folks, well it's been quite a while since I posted my first videos. Um, I guess I'll start the reintroduction. My name is Paul and this is Cigar Carnivore. So I thought I'd just update you on my challenges and successes so far and where I'm at. Um, it's been, shoot, I can't remember when I released the first video. I have to go back and look. But right now it's just the beginning of October. I finally feel like I'm starting to get things dialed in and back into routine of getting my workouts done and eating better. Definitely not perfect. I did have some struggles even this week or even today. Um, so I apologize. The video is going to kind of be all over the place as I just kind of speak and what's going through my mind. So to start off with, I'm already into a cigar. I was going to do a review on this one. It's the 15th anniversary from Room 101, Matt Booth. I just wasn't feeling up to doing a cigar review, so I will just share a little bit here since I'm smoking it while I do this video. Again, this is the 15th anniversary. I believe each year they have a limited edition release. It's a Matt Booth cigar, but I believe it's blended by AJ Fernandez, and it's out of the AJ Fernandez factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. It's a Nicaraguan Puro. The notes I've got from Cigar International are baking spices, some toasted nuts. I think they said some dark sweetness. For me, just kind of getting into the first third here, it started off pretty spicy, pretty peppery. And definitely some baking spices in there. And then I call it like a breadiness on the finish, that's what they're talking, the toasted nuts. If it is almost like a macadamia nut or something nut. I'm not sure how to describe it. That to me, that's more of the pure nutty flavor, I guess. But anyway, but it's very good. I think I'm not an expert at AJ Fernandez cigars yet, but for me, they tend to be a bit peppery, a little spicy. I was glad it calmed down, and it's really good. Very nice. Yeah, that spiciness definitely is starting to calm down a bit. And there's still some of it there. It's pleasant. I'm enjoying it. It's been burning really nice. Got a nice wrapper on there. I've been smoking some less expensive cigars lately. I ran out of my Bolivar Cofradillas, and so I've just been picking up the new CAO, what's it called? CAO Surplus, I think it's called. They're very inexpensive, like somewhere between $2 and $3. They've got Connecticut's, Maduros, and I think there's some sweetened ones too. But I've just been doing the Connecticut Maduro. So I am cutting back on how many cigars I'm smoking. I was smoking several a day. Now it's maybe one a day. There's been a couple days that I'll skip, or a few days I'll skip. And then on the weekends, I've been smoking 2 or 3 cigars still. But anyway, back to the excuse me, nose itches. Back to the carnivore diet that I'm on. So I've been doing my workouts. I made it so that I get up at 5 a.m. and I get right to the gym. So in the morning, my schedule is very tight. I have a lot of things I'm trying to get done before 7 a.m. So basically, it's kind of run between 5 and 7. So I get up, make the bed, get changed, put the dogs up, and then go right to the gym. And I'm usually there within about 20 minutes. I think the fastest recently has been about 15 minutes from the time I got up, which is pretty good. I should say out the door. I've been out the door by about 10 minutes after. I think is about the best time I had. But so that gets me out of the gym around 6 o'clock. So what I do right away is I stretch for a couple minutes, and then get on the rowing machine. And I'm doing 15 minutes. That seems like a good number that I've been really consistent at. I think I've missed. No, I haven't missed any days. Excuse me. So I think I just finished week 3. Yeah, I think I just finished week 3, and I think there was only a couple days that I missed at the beginning of that, but after that, I've been really good the last couple weeks. So I get on the rowing machine for 15 minutes. That's a good number. It doesn't seem daunting. It's not one of these. I get up in the morning and I go, oh, I got to get a long workout done. It's just short enough that I feel like I'm not spending a ton of time and not dreading it, but it's long enough I feel like I'm still getting a workout. So anyway, I get the 15 minutes on the rowing machine, and then I'll switch over and I'll walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. So that gets a good half hour in, and then I've been getting home by 6 o'clock. So that's worked out well. And then it's just boom, 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 and I get into my schedule later. I stick to a pretty strict schedule. At least I write one out. I don't always follow it, but it's always there to refer to as I go along my day, and it's been very helpful to get back into that routine. What else? My cigar went out. So for my nutrition, it's right now at least. I won't say this is the way it's always going to be, but right now I try to eat the same exact thing every day, and that means it's very important to have the meals prepped, which I'll get into in a minute. But I start out with breakfast, 3 pieces of bacon and 3 eggs. And then I was struggling with a lot of snacking, or binging, or not binging, but snacking, where by 10 o'clock I'd go hit the fridge and I have salami and cheese. I have some hard salami, and I'm trying to cut that back a lot too, and I've been pretty good at it. Like I said, a couple days this week I went way off the rails, and I did struggle a little bit today too. I wasn't going to make a video, but I decided I better get back on the routine and making videos, whether I feel like it or not. So I'm trying not to do the snacking during the day. One of the things I read in a book about it's a nutrition book, weight loss book. I'll have to look it up and find the name, and I'll bring it up another time. But one of the things, the exercises that I did from that book was just started writing down what I was eating all day long. So I wasn't necessarily trying to eat healthier. I was just documenting everything that I was eating, like a food journal. But then also I was writing down, like if I went to snack out of the fridge or something like that, what was happening at that time that I decided to get up and go grab a snack. And to me, it felt like I was identifying the triggers that I had. And it was interesting. There would be something I'd be working, and maybe it was an email that was going to be difficult to respond to, or was upsetting. Not that there's bad emails, but there's just things that happen that are discouraging that you have to try to figure out how to fix. In my job, I deal with basically when things go wrong. So I do tend to see a lot of emails where things went wrong. And it's my responsibility to try to figure out how to fix those issues, or at least get the right people involved. So sometimes those come in, and when it's something that looks like it's going to be challenging, whatever, then it would be like a moment to step away and go grab a snack. Or the other one was if the dogs are bugging me to go outside or something, I'd go to let the dogs out, and then I'd stop in the kitchen and grab a snack. So that's helped. At least I'm being more aware of it. I've been pretty good with the diet, like I said. Um, Doing the bacon and eggs for breakfast, and then at lunch, I eat ground beef that is pre-made patties, not pre-made. What I do is, I can show some videos on this, but uh, on Sundays I'll take 3 pounds of hamburger ground beef and put them into cake pans and then just bake it. And then during the week I'll just cut out like a square section and melt some cheddar cheese on it like a cheeseburger, and that's my lunch. And then for dinner, the plan is to have like some salami and cheese. So I decided to do like a lighter dinner. The cheeseburger at lunch is a decent size, but I didn't want to keep eating a lot at night. I like to have a lighter meal in the evening. I've recently observed that I prefer that. I'm going to say recently, just in the last couple of weeks, where before I might have the salami and cheese at lunch, and then I would have the cheeseburger at night. So those don't sound good, and but I'm trying to really stick with this carnivore philosophy. Like I said, it's been going pretty well. I was doing well. I was losing weight. When I started in the last few weeks, I think I was up to 270 something. I think it was 278. I forget. But I got down to 264, and that was after a day of cutting wood outside. I was basically trying to rent a chainsaw and get it all done within 3 hours, so I was cutting wood, and just kept going. I only sat down a few times to take a break, but that workout, I think how did I say it? Became dehydrated, or definitely sweat a lot, and so my weigh-in that next day was my goal was 265, and I hit 264. So I figured it would come back up a little bit once I got rehydrated. And this week I messed up. I started the week at 265 on Sunday, and then I think it was everything went fine Monday. I think now my memory's getting bad. I want to say it was either Monday and Tuesday or Tuesday and Wednesday that I messed up. And I say messed up because I ate junk in the house. I ate just everything I wasn't supposed to. And I did that on the first day, and I was like, oh, I feel terrible. And I didn't feel good that night when I went to sleep. Of course, I feel that guilt that goes along with it. And then, of course, I swore up and down, never again. Why did I mess this up? And then the next day, I started off on the right foot. Everything was going okay, and then around 10 o'clock, I just started snacking again. And I don't usually buy junk or anything like that myself, but I have other people in the house that do, and so I just started eating that junk that was around, because people don't eat leftovers, and so I have an old habit of eating leftovers, because otherwise they just go to waste. But so for 2 days I really screwed up, and then Thursday I did really well. I got back on it, was very strict, did everything right, got all my workouts done. Tuesday and Wednesdays, or whatever those 2 days were, I missed my that's right, because Monday I got my workout done. So in the mornings, like I said, I was doing the rowing and the walking, but during lunch I am doing my lifting routine. So it takes about 30 minutes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is upper body. Tuesday and Thursday, and then sometimes Saturday is my lower body, like legs and back. So Tuesday and Wednesday I missed my workouts, and then Thursday I got back on it and got my workouts done, and I was feeling good. And then let's see, today's Saturday. Yesterday I did really well. The activity I've been doing lately and been enjoying is going out Friday night. There's a little wine shop that opened up in town. they have a seating area outside, so I've been having a glass of wine, which I'm not really or not really a wine person, but I thought it'd be a nice little treat. I do have a lot of the whiskeys and stuff like that, but I actually hardly ever drink those. Those will last me probably the rest of my life. But if I do have whiskey, it'd be on a weekend or a special occasion or something, and just have a little something to sip on while I have my cigar. But recently I've just been doing the wine, and get a glass of wine, have a cigar outside, and I'll put a picture in here if I remember. And that's been enjoyable, kind of a little break. And then today was going well. I still got my morning workouts done and all that. But then I told myself I had some little tiny, it's kind of funny or sad, however you want to see it, but little tiny chocolates that I had from brought back from Japan a while back. And I decided that with my coffee and my Saturday morning routine of having a cigar and some coffee and doing some planning and reading, and I've been doing that outside, setting up a little table and just enjoying the fall temperatures and having a cigar and coffee and doing some reading. But anyway, when I was in Vietnam, that setup I had that I learned about with the Vietnamese coffee and cigar, they give you a little piece of chocolate. So, I can do that. I can handle this one little piece of chocolate. Well, I had two of them in the fridge. So I ate the one, and I was going to save the other one for tomorrow morning. And without really thinking much of it, I was walking by the fridge. Oh, that chocolate's in there. I think I'll eat that. So I grabbed it and ate it. And if that was it for today, then I would say, okay, I screwed up. But not that big a deal. It's just a little piece of chocolate. But I won't be able to have one tomorrow now. But then my schedule was off a little bit. Not really a fault of my own. But I planned some things. Well, I guess it would be my fault. I planned some things without making sure that I had transportation available. And so that when transportation did become available, my schedule was off, so I got home and it was already lunchtime. So did fine, had my cheeseburger for lunch. But then suddenly I got a craving for the chocolate again. And there were some little tiny cupcakes left over in the fridge. And I ate 3 of them. 3 or 4 of them. No, there's 4 of them. Yeah, I ate all 4 of them and threw the package away. It's like, I'm getting rid of the stuff that nobody's sitting there eating. So that was dumb. And you'd think that'd be bad, and I learned from that, but it got worse. It's like, I screwed up anyway. Might as well have an ice cream cone. And so I ate an ice cream cone and those drumsticks. And it's like, that was pretty good. I think I'll have another one. And I don't know what goes through my head, and I don't know if other people deal with this or not, but sometimes it's like you're on autopilot. And you don't even think twice about grabbing something that's definitely not good for you. So anyway, so I had that, and then of course it makes me feel lousy for screwing up so easily. All I have to do is stick to the plan, and I know it'll be a success. Get the workouts done and eat right. That's all I got to do. Seems very, very simple and basic. So I don't understand why it's so easy to go off the rails. I don't know. I assume other people deal with that as well. But it's almost like you're on autopilot. So after that was done, then I started justifying and thinking about, the ice cream shop in town has chocolate ice cream again. If I want more ice cream, I could actually go there and get a big thing of chocolate ice cream and blah, blah, blah. And since I screwed up the day anyway, might as well just call it a day off and screw up the rest of the day. There's no point in trying to save it. fortunately, I started to think about that, and I actually didn't have to, but I did go to a fast food restaurant to pick up. I was just gonna grab a couple cheeseburgers for the kids because they're wanting something a little special. So I went to the fast food place. Was gonna grab a couple cheeseburgers, and I thought, oh, I'll just get something since I'm here anyway, since I already screwed up my day. But I kept thinking, and I'm so glad I did. I kept thinking about how awful I felt earlier this week when I screwed up those 2 days. I've got my plan laid out for the next, 3 months, for the year, all the way up to 5 years. And this is just a setback that's going to keep me from achieving those goals. I've got a goal by the end of October that I want to reach. And those 2 days I screwed up, my weight went from 265. In those 2 days, it shot up to like 273. It's like 6 pounds heavier. 65. That'd be about 8 pounds. Whatever it is, just insane. It's just shot up. And I know I weigh myself every day, and I know that the scale fluctuates for all sorts of reasons, but that was definitely a factor and very discouraging. It's like, man, I just started going down again after I screwed up those 2 days, then I had good 2 days. I don't want to screw that up anymore. So I didn't order anything. I didn't go get more ice cream. I decided I'm just gonna go home and shoot some video and just drink some club soda. It was a frosted mug, but that was a while ago, until I got up the gumption to actually start recording. So, starting to be kind of long-winded here, but yeah, I'm just sharing what's going on. Probably mostly for myself. I think it helps to put that out there and give me a little bit of accountability, but also kind of document my own journey, whether other people see this or not. The nice thing that would make me feel good is if it helps somebody else that is going through the same thing. You see a lot of fitness videos and people are doing fantastic things, but you don't always hear everything that's going on in those videos, or they always look perfect, or I should say it always, but a lot of them, people are in excellent shape already and just doing their thing, and so, or you see just a journey without a lot of the detail. So I guess these videos are kind of partly like a journal in a way of my journey, and then if there's folks out there that can find it useful and help them as well, then that would make me feel good too. What else? So I guess I didn't put a note down here that it seems like a simple thing just to say no, don't get that food, don't go get that ice cream. But to me, it was actually a big deal. It was a really hard thing to do because usually I cave and just give in. I don't usually. I can't even think of the last time I stopped myself. I would say 99% of the time I would just say I screwed up today, so I'm just going to screw up the rest of the day. And then I am just eating and eating and eating. It's not just like a little screw up, it's a big screw up. And, I had a pretty decent screw up today, but I didn't make it worse. So I feel good about that. So anyway, it's probably about all I should bring up today. Like I said, this video is kind of all over the place. Just enjoying the cigar here. It went out on me again. That's an indicator that I'm talking too much. Not paying attention. Just using the torch lighter here because it's easier to get it going, and I have a lot of ventilation going in here. I got a little fan over there, window exhaust fan over there, and then air purifier over there. Because I don't like, as much as I really enjoy cigars, I don't like dealing with the smoke. My lungs don't like that. So yeah, still getting a little bit of that peppery flavor. Or not peppery. So as you say, the baking spices. A little bit of that nutty finish. There's a little sting on the retro, but not too bad. So there's a little bit of a floral note in there as well. I think I jotted that earlier when I first started it up. I was getting some floral notes. It's a good cigar. I'm on the fence whether this would be a great cigar or and something to stock, or just something that nice to try once in a while. Let's try another puff. Yeah, it's got some good flavors in there. Based on it right now, I'm not quite halfway through it. I would say it's something I would try again. I probably wouldn't get the whole box of them, although the box is really cool. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I have noticed that at this particular shop I go to, I bought 2 so far, and I went back again today, and when I got the cheaper cigars, and I noticed that there's still only 2 missing, so I think it's going to be kind of a sleeper in that store that folks don't realize what it is, and it's going to probably be there for a while, which is nice because I'll let them age it and hang on to it, and I'll just buy one once in a while. And then if I get lucky and it gets down to the last few cigars, because that store lets you keep the box if you buy the last few cigars. So, or if you buy the last cigar out of that box. So I'm going to watch for that, and then maybe I could scoop up the box and add it to my collection. Not that I need to save stuff. As I shared, we'll probably share in some of these videos, I'm trying to minimize, not pure minimalist, but I do try to minimize as much as I can. It's a journey I've started, still working on, and I'll share more of that insight in another video. I did shoot some recording, or shoot some video of going through my bedroom and clearing things out of there, and clearing extra drawers and putting a bunch of stuff for Goodwill and putting stuff in garbage, and just really kind of clearing everything out that I didn't need or didn't want in my room to try to minimize that slightly minimalist behavior. I definitely like to keep my room extremely organized. The office is next. You see, I got a stack of magazines there. I've been kind of shuffling things around and organizing a little bit here and there, and believe it or not, that's an improvement. There was magazines in a few different places, so it's a work in progress. I'd like to get things minimized in here as well, and just have what I need and what I want, and then what's just extra, just get rid of it. So anyway, it's probably been gabbing for about half an hour there, so more to come. I'll as these videos grow and the content grows, and hopefully gets better and I get better at it. That's all I got for now. So we'll see you next time, hopefully in a week. I'll let you know how it's going. Thanks. Bye.